2019 was a good year. There have been new trends, but I'm going to talk to you about business ideas that have been there for a few years and which will be there in a few years. As you know, if you've been following me for a long time, it's useless to jump on the trend. Because the problem of trends is ephemeral. If you put all your energy and all your efforts on a trend and that behind it disappears, you will quickly be discouraged. While what I propose to you are really things that have existed for at least 2 years, 3 years, and which will be there again in a few years. Let's go. Blog Reach Guide. I'm not going to give you a ranking. On the other hand, I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to give you the businesses to launch in 2020, which are the easiest to start, why, the advantages and disadvantages. This will give you a real overview of each type of business. Service business to be launched in 2020. What I mean by service delivery is simply the sale of your services on platforms such as Upwork, Fiverr, or 5euros.com. You will offer your services based on what you can do, your skills, your know-how. For 5euros.com, you will offer a calling product at 5 euros, and then you can make packages at 50, 100, 200 euros depending on the full service that you will offer. Regarding Upwork, it's a long-term contract. For example, being someone's assistant, writing emails, writing articles, making designs, etc. These platforms are great because you need $0 to get started. This is something that can save you some money, and behind it, if you are good enough, you can get bigger by delegating it and having more customers. On Upwork, I know people who earn up to 6,500 euros per month by being someone's virtual assistant and working for various companies. The nice thing is that they do this from home or around the world because they just need an internet connection. It's pretty handy, and I highly recommend that you do this, simply because you can start without money. You just have to upload your profile, and then you can follow the offers and you apply on the offers that may interest you. Another tip: adapt your message according to the company, the demand, and what you can bring. Above all, there is no automatic message. It will allow you to have opportunities and build up an address book and a small capital that you can maybe reinvest in another business to grow faster or develop or delegate. To go further, I have my friends from the Ecom French Touch who did a service called Drop Service. This is a training course that explains drop shipping but without products. Do not hesitate to go see it because it is a new way of doing drop shipping, and it can allow you to earn an additional income. Business to launch in 2020, print on demand, pod online. So if today someone tells you that drop shipping is the best business to launch in 2020, he is lying to you, he is not being honest, or he has training to sell you. I would never tell you that drop shipping is the best business to start in 2020. It was true in 2016, 2017, but honestly now it's far too complicated to get started if you have no experience in online business. On the other hand, if you have experience in web marketing, this is excellent because you will be able to understand how it works and make money very quickly. However, if you are a beginner, don't do that. Why would that be the best business to dispatch in 2020? Since drop shipping is the most noticeably terrible activity on the planet, on the off chance that you are simply beginning, you need to ace traffic obtaining, advertising, unwaveringness, purchase resale, after deals administration, and so forth. With the goal, that's a great deal of territories to ace, while for the arrangement of administration, you offer your ability. So in the event that we disclose to you that the best business to dispatch in 2020 is drop shipping, I don't concur by any stretch of the imagination. Then again, there is another type of e-commerce, print on demand, which I know substantially more and which is simpler, print on demand. For what reason is it simpler? Since it is you who makes your item, everything is mechanized, your providers are in Europe, and you don't have customs charges.
Furthermore, it's extremely simple since you make a brand, so it would appear that you put your endeavors into it.
It's simpler, yet again it's e-commerce, so when you start it can require some investment. Regardless of whether I self-preparing on it, I like to be completely forthright with you and disclose to you that it isn't the most effortless. But in print on demand, if you have marketing knowledge, you will really be able to have fun because you will create the product you want, and above all, it is you who will design your product for a specific client. I really advise you to do this because it's completely automatic, you don't have to manage orders, you're just quiet. It is a business to be launched in 2020 over the long term, which will be able to remain a year, 2 years, 3 years. While statistics say that the average lifespan of an e-commerce drop shipping site is 4 months. Personally, I'm not interested in doing a business over 4 months, but everyone does as they want. Affiliation. Joining is simple. You need to build an audience, and from that audience, you're going to sell someone else's products. What is interesting if you sell digital products is that you will be able to earn up to 50% commission. It's very rewarding because if you sell a product for €100, you can touch up to €50. You'll really be able to understand how marketing works from the start. Especially good is that the person will have done all of their marketing for you. She's the one who made the sales page, the product, and you just put her offer forward. If you are interested, you can promote my products by your audience or then advertise them. When you affiliate, you have to select the products that you like and that you can sell easily. And especially that you have tested. You don't have to do it anyhow. You don't have to put your link everywhere, you have to do things properly.
Good advertising, good content, and a link with your community.
If you are affiliated, offer things to people like that they will have an interest in going through your link. You really have to create a win-win link. Infoprenariat business to launch in 2020. Infoprenariat is really what I prefer as a business idea to launch in 2020. Quite simply because you will create a community, and you will be able to sell your own products. These are products that you create yourself, you will put the content you want, etc. And what I recommend to you when you are not too well known is to make a lot of free content at the start. Or offer inexpensive content and create a real link with users. Giving a lot of content will allow you to get feedback, to progress, and, above all, allow you to start being known. The more you give, the more people will find it remarkable. This is what I did. I had my first training on the shops that I sold €150, but honestly the famous I could have sold 1,000 if I had been better known. You have to understand where your value and notoriety is. I recommend that you give lots of content and start with 1 video a day on YouTube for a minimum of 30 days. As a business to launch in 2020, it will bring you a lot of traffic and is just great. Once you have that, you can do surveys to find out what people want, what type of content they would like, etc. You will identify the problems well, and once you have identified the problem, you will be able to create tailor-made products for the problems. Infoprenariat is the same for all niches. And that's what's great, it's going to allow you to create training products and help people. Information is getting more and more expensive, simply because people want to know, want to progress, and that's what's great for you and your business. So I recommend Infoprenariat, because in terms of service delivery, it takes a little longer to come because you have to start creating your audience. So do service delivery first, and at the same time you start doing Infoprenariat. On the other hand, for the info, contrary to what one can think, doing Infoprenariat on the theme of e-commerce, online business, real estate, stock market, etc., this is not the most profitable market. There is more and more competition, so the market is more and more parasitized by a lot of people. While there are niches that are completely abandoned, like sailing or whatever. Yet people are ready to spend more than €10,000 a year to maintain their boat when no one is inside. So try to look at the niches there may be. Don't forget also to think about your passion, which could allow you to make yourself known and recognized. Web marketing agency. Why is the web marketing agency the best business to launch in 2020? Because there are a lot of companies that have not yet gone digital and are not up to date in their business, no website, no Instagram account, etc. This is where you, if you know a minimum, you really have a shot to make. I present the web marketing agency to you at the end because for me it is a little bit the evolution of service delivery. Like I said to you, at the beginning you will make the service delivery have 3-4 customers, and then it will be a lot of work, so you will need to delegate. And as you go to delegate, you will be able to find bigger clients, and so this is where the web marketing agency will be interesting for you. You will be able to offer your services to companies, not necessarily large companies, so as not to have the problem of hierarchy. and companies that are not too small to have budgets to develop their marketing. For an Instagram account you can take up to 1,500 euros, for community management you can take between 500 and 800 euros. It can be interesting because you can earn money very quickly. I advise you to look into this solution, but again, it is a level above which is a little more advanced. I hope that you have discovered new businesses or that you have understood how to do it, why do it and how to start. There is no bad or good business to launch in 2020, but you have to start with the one that suits you best. If you want to go further, do not hesitate to educate yourself, train yourself or go see my videos on YouTube. As I often tell you, take action. Because this is really what will make the difference.